You rate that pre-season phase?
I think that we got what we wanted out of the 3 games. We got a lot of we got to look at a lot of new players that we haven't seen before, and I think they mostly acquitted themselves really well. We played 3 really high quality opponents in Sydney, Hawthorn and GWS, so we got really good hit-outs. I suppose the biggest negative to come out is Ben Cunnington unavailable for round 1, which is always the risk of the pre-season games. But the silver lining to that is we got Ben obviously stayed off for the first half today, so we could look at some other midfielders, and I thought particularly in the first half they looked really good.
Leon said that you guys, after the first 10 or 15 minutes, really got on top of them with your pressure. You must have been happy with that.
Yeah, well, they're a really high quality side, so especially when they kick the first 2, I think with a young side, the risk is that they go into their shell, and our guys responded pretty well, so that was pleasing in the first quarter, but then disappointing on the flip side in the third quarter when we made some probably uncharacteristic defensive lapses from some of our senior players, but really it's the first time Thompson, Hansen, Tarrant have played together this pre-season, and first time in a long time Lockie's been out there, so our defensive unity was poor for that third quarter, and it cost us. And I think GWS kicked 5 centre bounce goals as well, so that goes a fair way to the result in the game. But we're really conscious that GWS are looking at a lot of things as well, and we were too today. So the result's probably secondary. How we went about it was the main thing, and that was pleasing.
I guess the challenge is trying to sustain that defensive pressure. What do you have to do to try to sustain that?
Yeah, I think it's a really valid point. You can do it in the pre-season, and you can do it when you're fresh and not carrying the bumps and bruises of a long season. But we're going to do our best to maintain the rage and keep coaching it really strongly. And we think the players are bought into what the coaching staff have been coaching in the pre-season, and they've got confidence in it too. So if we can do that really well, it'll give us a chance in most games, we think. But you're right. I mean, the challenge is sustaining that all year.
Jared Waite, seems like deja vu. Started last year in amazing form, did it again. Do you even think about what can come in the next few months with him?
I think the thing with Wadey is that he's got to be physically right to go, and it was obviously he was very sore. He hurt his hip in the middle of last year, and that really knocked him around a fair bit, and we missed him for a large chunk as well. But when he's fit, he's an elite player, not just in terms of hitting the scoreboard, but he's got speed, he's got endurance, he's got great hands that were on show tonight, so he can defend really well too. So he's a pretty complete key forward when he's right to go. So we've always had great confidence when he's fit. We've just got to make sure we keep him fit.
The other 3 big boys kind of didn't have much of an impact forward.
Yeah.
What's the latest with Ben Brown? When will he play, and is he really vital to that forward mix?
Brown is an important player. He'll play next week for us, and I think I've been on record this week as saying we probably could have played him this week. He had certainly medical clearance, but we just really felt a combination of reasons. We wanted to get another really good solid week of work into him on the track before we get him out and play, albeit at VFL level. But we also wanted to continue on with Big Prusy and Majak and Goldie. So while today we were tinkering with a few things, I think it gave us a bit more information because we've got Ben Mackay, who's played some really good footy for us, who we think is going to have a really bright future as a key forward for us as well. So there are a lot of those guys who are going to be vying for similar spots, and we've just got to work out the best structure. And I think we've got the information we need now after 3 games plus a couple of intra-clubs. Okay, thanks guys.
Thanks, Brad.
Cheers.